Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Vegan Loopy here, and in today's video we will be making vegan M&M and chocolate chip cookies. You're going to first start by preheating your oven to 350 degrees, and we are going to be adding 1 cup of butter to our bowl. You want to make sure that the butter is softened, and it's whatever preference you have on butter really. Okay, so next we'll be adding in 2 cups of lightly packed brown sugar. And for anyone wanting to cut this recipe in half, if you don't want to make such a large batch, you can do that without having any problems with the recipe. Okay, so next we'll be adding in a 1/2 cup of plant-based milk. Any plant-based milk will do. I prefer the Ripple brand, but this was all that I had, so yeah. But any milk works great. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and start to mix together my brown sugar and my butter. At this point, if you have a hand mixer, go ahead and use it, but I just wanted to prove a point to show that you don't need any tools to make cookies. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and mix this up until it starts to cream together, and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, you're going to want to just keep stirring until we get it to about this consistency here. And this is the point where I kind of got ahead of myself, and I added my flour in before finishing my wet ingredients. So at this point, you're going to want to add your vanilla to your milk, and your milk to this bowl here with the brown sugar and butter. And then we'll move on to adding the 3 cups of flour here. And I do want to just say that it doesn't really make a difference, you'll see here that I added the flour before finishing my wet ingredients. The cookies come out exactly the same. It's more of a preference that you want to mix all of your wet first before moving on to your dry. Okay, and right now we're going to be adding 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and then also a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then we'll be moving on to adding 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay, and here you'll see that I'm now deciding to add the 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, because at this point I realized, like, oh, I was supposed to put this first. So you'll see here I'm just kind of mixing up the top with the rest of the flour because all the salt and the baking stuff was on top. And then I start to mix it in to the sugar butter mixture, and then now I'm adding the milk and the vanilla, and we're just going to mix this up until it starts to resemble a cookie dough consistency. Okay, so now that everything has been combined, we're going to go ahead and add in our chocolates. You're going to want to add in a cup of whatever you decide to add. But since I want it to be extra, you'll see here that I'm literally adding 2 cups of a mixture of the vegan M&Ms that I found and chocolate chips. So you'll see later on when I start the roll, you'll see me picking and adding more dough to my hand because it was just way too much chocolate and not enough dough as I was rolling it. So if you want to be extra like me, it can work. Just you'll have that little issue when you start to roll, but other than that, it comes out pretty good. Okay, so now don't come for me in my pan, but now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm spraying the bottom of my pan with avocado oil, and I am starting to roll my first cookie. I'm using my tablespoon to measure these out. So the time frame I have for this is about 9 to 11 minutes. If you roll a tablespoon, you can double up on the size and space them out more. If you do that, then you want to leave them in the oven for at least 13 to possibly 15 minutes. Just keep an eye on it so they don't burn. And then you let them cool for about 10 minutes on the baking tray before you remove them, and everything should be good. And you'll see here what I'm talking about. I just grabbed more dough, added it to my hand because that one wasn't rolling too well, and I think this one here I do it again. So just keep that in mind if you do decide to go big and add 2 cups of candies to this. You'll see there, you see how it didn't roll, so I'm adding more to where the candy is so that it can roll. But yeah, it's doable, it's possible, it's worth it, trust me, because every bite was amazing. Okay, so now we are going to be dropping on the last 3 cookies just to show a difference of whether you roll or drop it. The cookies are going to still come out the same regardless. And we're going to be putting these in the oven for anywhere from 9 to 11 minutes. Just check your oven and see. You'll know when it's done, they'll be brown. And this is my pot holder dance while I wait for the cookies. Okay, and now once these are out of the oven, we are going to let them sit for about 10 minutes and cool. And then we'll come back and plate them. Now we are 10 minutes later and 1 cookie down thanks to our cookie bandit in the background there. So the information for today's recipe can be found in the description box below. If you guys did enjoy today's video, please don't forget to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There are 11 more videos planned for this series and I hope you guys stick around for that. If you have any questions, feel free to ask those down in the comments below. And if there's any recipes that you guys would like for me to try to attempt to recreate, definitely leave those down below as well. I hope you guys again enjoyed today's video. Happy Vegmas, and until next time guys, bye.